Hi guys, welcome back. Please like and share this video. Thank you so much for being here. So I wanted us to go over the response that Carolyna Hutchings gave after Ogbebor responded to Carolyna, who decided that she was going to name drop during a taping of their show Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I think some people are not being fair to Ehi over here because Ehi was just minding her business when this woman, Carolyna Hutchings, decided that she was going to name drop Ehi. And not only did she name drop Ehi, she also mentioned Ehi's business. It's almost as if Carolyna Hutchings is trying to like destroy Ehi's business. And if you're not seeing it that way, maybe you should invest in some critical thinking. Okay? Invest in some critical thinking equipment that can actually help you because that's what I see in this scenario. But anyways, after Ehi saw what Carolyna had said, Ehi commented this before posting the conversation, the phone, was it audio, the voice notes that she recorded and posted. So she says, "You don't even deserve my response, but I can't help it. Failed trophy wife. I'm a Bini girl. Live this gram life. Ask people that know. I know they do shuku something." And then she called Carolina Hutchins mad woman, you know, and you can see Deborah Lawson in the comments responding to her because the whole conversation started because Deborah Lawson, because of Deborah Lawson. It was a conversation about Deborah Lawson, and somehow Carolyna Hutchings decided to name drop Ehi Ogbebor, which if you look at the way that she did it, the way that Carolyna did it, it's just there's just something fishy about it. It's not right. Okay. So Deborah Lawson came and Deborah Lawson was like, "My beloved sister, who dares come for a sweet soul like you? God is on your side." Basically, I believe I saw another comment where Deborah Lawson was apologizing to Ehi because ultimately this was all brought on by it was all brought on during a conversation about Deborah who's on the show and Ehi is not on the show. Let everybody remember that, okay? People talk all kinds of things. If you want to defend Carolyna for whatever reason, do so. But be logical. Think, would you tolerate if somebody does that to you? Like, how would you feel if you're just minding your own business and your name is getting dropped, and it's also coming from a person who has asked for your help in the past and you have rendered help to? You know what I mean? So to me, people will never be fair, but me, I like to be objective because it is true objectivity that you find fairness, honestly. Because if you're being objective and you're actually looking at both sides and not taking any side, you can actually come to the root of the situation, the root of all the drama, which will then make you fair in your judgment of the situation. So, anyways, after all of that, what her face, he proceeded to drop a voice note that basically dragged the living daylight out of Carolyna Hutchings, which obviously Carolyna Hutchings didn't take too kindly to, because there was a lot of name calling, husband left you, leave your husband's name, and da 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 da, that he was throwing at Carolyna, which then prompted Carolyna to come back with her own response. And this is how Carolyna responded. She posted a bunch of pictures of McDonald's, calling Ehi and Johnny Bravo, saying that she has more legs have more opening than McDonald's, and calling her a pig, and also posted a crocodile emoji. But anyways, this is what Carolyna responded back after his audio message. So Carolyna says, "Association of Home Wreckers have woken up. with a laughing emoji, crying laughing emoji. She continued and she said, "You gave me your house to, you gave me your house to shoot in question mark." And then she continued and she was like, "Was I the only producer on the list? Because I said, was I the, like, her grammar is so fucked up." And when people, I was reading some comment and people were like, "Oh, people, people are saying, okay, but her grammar is so fucked up." And you guys know how I feel about grammar, especially written ones. Like, come on. Anyways, so she continued and she said, "You gave me your home to," I guess she meant to say, "You gave me your home to shoot." Okay, question mark. And then she was like, "Was I the only producer on the list because I said thank you out of courtesy? Do you have any evidence to show I personally requested for your house?" Let me just pause there and say this, okay? I'm not in the movie industry business or producing or whatever. But if you didn't like it as one of the producer, if you didn't like the idea of filming at his home, I'm sure you would have voiced your opinion too. Okay, I'm sure you would have raised your concern. You would have objected to the suggestion that they should use his home. So you're sounding hella ungrateful here. I mean, you agreed to it. You are one of the producers. So that means you would have also shared your input on the situation. So what you're saying just rings ungratefulness, ingratitude, and yeah, I guess we can see why things are really hard for you. Anyways, so continuing, do you have any evidence to show I personally requested for your house? Dirty pig Ehi that can sleep with a madman is talking. You that no man wants to claim. The last one ran for his dear life. You even had to entertain an Agbero. Remember the Agbero now? Oluomo. That was shock everybody, Sha, when he started to date Oluomo. That thing shocked people like, what? Hey, you Oluomo, to such a weird match, for lack of a better word. Anyways, she continued and said, "You even had to entertain an Agbero, classless, dirty, gutter pig. Your legs have more opening time than McDonald's, more users than Facebook. If you can't sleep with your married clients, you pimp your friends to them. Association of Married Men, Baby Mamas, and Home Wreckers. You must be out of your little mind. My ex-husband gave me his name, and I was married for 11 years. A marriage you were a part of trying to." Oh my God, there we go. So apparently he was also trying to, what was it she said? A marriage you were a part of trying your best to enter. Idiot. So he was also trying to enter that your marriage, eh? And, continuing, it says, all my three kids for one man. Madam, who the hell is your baby daddy? Another woman's husband, obviously. If a married woman does not vomit, you won't eat. Dirty old crocodile with those prosthetic bum and Johnny Bravo shoulders. Sit down and be humble. My high heels will always be higher than your standard and more expensive than your ego. And then she gave her the middle finger. So that was what Carolyna said. Apparently she also thinks he was trying to get into her marriage as well. So this is what I will say, okay? Because there are people who are saying that he hit below the belt in her first response, because of the things that she was saying, talking about all the small boys that Carolyna allegedly sleeps with, talking about all these other weird stuff, all the sperm that are in Carolyna and stuff and stuff and stuff. So, do I think and he hit below the belt the first time? Personally, I don't think so. Absolutely not. In my opinion, she didn't. Because Carolyna came for Ehi, not just Ehi, not just the fact that she came for Ehi first, she also came for Ehi's business. Okay? I mean, you have Carolyna on one hand, who's the perpetual victim, the everlasting victim, insinuating that Ehi and Debota were going to poison her. Yeah. And if you don't think that was what Carol was saying, what she meant, then, like I said, you need to invest in critical thinking skills. Seriously. So she says on national television, insinuates on national television that, you know, Carolyna and her Debota, whatever, we're trying to do something to her. That's on one hand. She doesn't just say that, she also then name drop his business, mentioning his business name. Like, you don't say something like that and then insinuate something so heinous using her name and then don't expect her to like respond. This is why I always talk about the Newton's third law. There is always a reaction. You can't do something. If the person is choosing not to react, that's a completely different situation. If the person is saying, you know what, this person is not even worth my time. But when you think about it, like, you still have a business to run if you have a business. And not only did she mention your name, she actually mentioned your business name. Okay? The kind of utterance that can destroy someone's business, which maybe was the ultimate goal for Carol, seeing how she has no business of her own. Allegedly, she's living off of men. Overall, it was Carol that started this rubbish, okay? And I honestly think that I really, really believe that Carol needs to go and get help. She needs to seek help. It's either she's accusing someone of causing her marriage to end or accusing someone of attempting to snatch her non-existent husband, her once upon a time husband. Life is more than just having or snatching someone's husband. These women, both sides, because life is more than just about men. How many men you're able to bed? How many men is doing this and that for you? Carol needs to get help. She really needs to get help. Those of you that are encouraging her in this behavior, you people really need to encourage her to get help. She's just too angry, too angry. And I also feel like she needs to properly mourn the loss of her marriage, say goodbye, and move on, because that man is gone. He's never coming back. There have been videos of the man hanging around with another woman and going on dates with another woman. That ship has sailed. And she's grieving the loss of that marriage. I don't know the reason why, you know, it didn't end up, it didn't work out. But like I said in my previous video, I don't know the real reason why the marriage didn't work out, okay? But like I said, if your husband will end your marriage based on a write-up that he read on a blog about you allegedly being a cheater, about your alleged infidelity, that means the man has been suspecting you since. And that blog was a confirmation for him to toss you out. Yeah. That marriage was destined for doom. Because no marriage breakup on account of gossip, especially online gossip. The man was way, way, way older than you, meaning he would have had more life experiences than you, meaning he would have been, intelligent enough to know that it's not everything that you hear that you believe. A man who trusts his wife and who wasn't already suspecting her will not end his marriage based on a blog post. He's been suspecting you for a long time. He's probably been collecting evidence to back up his suspicion. And then the blog came out, and then the blog said something, and all of a sudden, his suspicions were confirmed. I remember one time when Caroline actually had an issue with Linda EKG, okay, and that's the reason why she's really mad at Laura. Really, really mad at Laura EKG. Even on the show, she doesn't like Laura, and she's visiting the scenes in her head, what she thinks are the scenes of Linda on Laura. She bullied Laura in previous seasons. She bullied Laura so badly that I actually felt sorry for Laura. Carolyna, whatever, is a bully. She doesn't have like a real storyline, and so she's a perpetual victim as well. And because she's a perpetual victim, she will just pick at anybody that she can name as the cause of her problem. It's a matter of any, mini, miny, mo. Just pick one. You can't live life like that. There was a time when she had a beef. Linda EKG had posted that one of her children may not belong to the man. Linda EKG posted it, and she said, "Oh, that was the reason why the marriage broke up." My goodness, this man is an internationally traveled man, well-traveled man. He's an international businessman. He knows about DNA testing. He can take the children anywhere, can take the child anywhere and get the child DNA tested. Okay? Since he doesn't already trust you, maybe the man did. Maybe, Linda's post struck a nerve. Maybe, I don't know. We don't know what really went on when after Linda allegedly posted that DNA post, blogged about the so-called DNA post. We don't know what happened. We don't know if maybe that is what is really the thing. When maybe the man took the child to go get a DNA test and the results showed, I don't know. Okay, I'm not saying I know, but the anger that she has towards Linda EKG, that she transferred to Laura EKG, there has to be something there. If you know 100% without any shred of a doubt that the man that you've had a baby for, your husband, is the father, you've never played any away match. If you know without no shred of doubt in your mind, a simple DNA test can resolve this. Why would a man break up with you? Why would a man end the marriage when he can just take the child and go get a DNA test and the results will just show that he's the father of the child and you guys can just move on, even though he's already, again, this is why I said, if a man is treating you this way, it has to be because there's a reason. If a man is choosing to walk away, there has to be because it has to be because there's a reason. Maybe the DNA test confirms something. Maybe the DNA test did confirm something. And that's the reason why your marriage ended. Because I don't understand this whole anger. Again, like I was saying, a marriage that is solid, a marriage that is stable, a marriage where there is no doubt, where there is trust, no amount of blog posts will shatter that marriage, will break up that marriage. It's a lie. It will not happen. But a man that is already suspecting you that you have not been faithful and he's watching you, and then there is a blog post that comes out that narrates certain conversations that he can, look back on and pin certain things together, and then as a result of that decide that he's not doing again, then what do you say about that? What do you say about that? You and your actions facilitated in the breakup of your marriage. Okay? Nobody broke your marriage. Not Linda, not Ehi, not any of the other women that you may have been fantasizing about in your head. None of those women broke your marriage. If your marriage broke up on account of what was posted, yeah? If your marriage broke up on account of what was posted, it would have been something that was confirmed, something that your ex had already suspected that was confirmed. I think I found an article that makes reference to that said conversation between to that said um post about Linda Ikeji posting about Carolyna. Hold on. So this is from Punch and it's from a couple of years ago. This is from almost 3 years now. So this was in reference to Carolyna's reaction to Carolyna's treatment of Laura EKG on the show. So this is what Punch wrote about this. Punch says Linda EKG, Carolyna Hutchings at loggerheads over story on daughter's paternity. Okay, so it says popular blogger Linda Ikeji has responded to allegations by actress and participant in the Real Housewives of Lagos reality show, Caroline Hutchings. 2 years ago, she was Caroline. Okay, so this year she's now Carolyna. Like she's so all over the place. Carolyna is so all over the place. Like this right here, she tell you what's going on deep down in her. Like she's so scattered deep down that she's always changing name, reinventing herself. 2 years ago, she was Carolyna. Sorry, she was Caroline. And now she's Carolyna with a Y. She really needs to sort herself out, honestly. So continuing, the article from Punch says popular blogger Linda Ikeji has responded to allegations by actress and participant in the Real Housewives of Lagos reality show, Carolyna Hutchings, that she, EKG, was the cause of her crashed marriage. Hutchings had confronted Laura EKG, the blogger's sister, and a fellow housemate on the show in its third episode aired on Friday. She accused Linda of reporting that her daughter did not belong to her ex-husband Musa Danjuma. And she told Laura, "You can have a blog, but don't hurt people. Part of the reasons my marriage broke was because of Linda. I reached out to her, but she did not care. She lied about my age. I reached out to her. She lied that my daughter was for another man. I reached out to her, but she did not care. And you sit down here to defend your family. I have a family too. I have children that look up to me, and you sit down here to say you want to slap me. My daughter has 2 holes in her heart. Do you know how I coped with that? Do you think I'm happy being divorced? From the time I was married, Linda was on my case. I did not snatch my husband from Linda. I respect your sister so much. I loved her and I don't know why she hates me. I got married for love, not for money." Yeah, got married for love, not for money. This says the same person who recently said that she wished Elon Musk was her father. Why would you wish somebody like that was your father if not because of all of the money that he has? Okay. So continuing, the article says, however, Linda took to her blog to clear the air on Saturday in a lengthy post. She wrote, "Just to set the record straight, because people like to believe these things, especially when a celebrity makes the claim. In its 16 years of blogging, Linda Ikeji's blog never wrote that Caroline Danjuma's daughter is not for her husband. Not only didn't Linda blog write this, no other blog in Nigeria or beyond wrote this." So you see, And Linda seldom responds to something. Linda seldom respond to, claims and posts and anything said about her. She seldom responds. And there have been so many stories and posts about her. She just moves on. But this is major. Okay. This is big. Because again, sorry. Because again, Caroline is focusing on Linda's business, Linda's blog. And so Linda has to come out and also clear the air. People need to be careful, okay? A lot of people, I don't know why, I don't know if it is your inferiority complex that is worrying you, that just makes you take everything that this woman says as the gospel. Come on, man. Come on. Caroline, she's very dishonest. And in my opinion, this is coming from just bitterness of her failed marriage, okay? Bitterness. And I feel like she would just make stuff up just to be relevant, just to create drama so that they will bring her back again. She's a very dishonest person, in my opinion, based on the things that I have seen. She's not an honest person. She's not an honest person at all. Anyways, so Linda says, however, let me see. Where was I? Just to set the record straight, because people like to believe these things, especially when a celebrity makes the claim. In its 16 years of blogging, Linda Ikeji's blog never wrote that Caroline Danjuma's daughter is not for her husband. Not only didn't Linda blog write this, no other blog in Nigeria or beyond wrote this. So, in other words, she just made shit up, okay? And I didn't even know this. And I was even thinking that if Linda had written this, and the husband jumped on it, that would have meant that the husband already had suspicion. But according to Linda, she never even wrote that. So the article continues and says this story was completely made up by Caroline. Other than calling her daughters adorable, we never wrote anything else about her. Yes, we did write about Caroline's age controversy when she came out some years ago to claim she was 27. Many people did not believe her, and that was the angle of our story. It wasn't written with malice. Okay? So this article continues and says Linda also added that Hutchings had accused other people for her crashed marriage. She added two things that we want to make clear. Everyone who knows Caroline knows she blames everyone else for the demise of her marriage. It's never her fault or the fault of her ex. Thank you. So the article continues and said it was only recently in a post on Instagram in 2022 that Caroline finally blamed herself for the end of her marriage. Secondly, Caroline has told everyone that cares to listen that she adores and respects Linda and does not understand why Linda doesn't like her. Linda has absolutely nothing against Caroline. She just doesn't know her. So this is what Linda blog responded. Caroline, like I said before, is a perpetual victim, never taking accountability, blaming every single person. Everybody else is responsible for her marriage demise than her or her ex. Okay, and people are taking this and they are running with it, and it's not sitting well with me. Look now, she's also pointing fingers at Ehi, saying that Ehi wanted so badly to enter her marriage. Like, it's so crazy. It's so, like, where is your accountability? Where? Imagine making something up that Linda wrote something about the DNA of your child when she didn't do that at all. How can you write that? How can you write that Linda wrote something and you know that this is not even true? People really need to be careful with this Caroline and what you believe about her, because she's not an honest person. She's not a truthful person. She lies. She lies. And this is the reason why life is so hard for her now. Life is hard. Anyways, guys, tell me what you guys think in the comment. Like and share this video. I will catch you later. Bye.